we are in. And that did not transition properly. God damn it.
Come on, Vale.
Listen here. Alright. Welcome, everybody, to Singularity Roleplay. Ignore the cold cut. OBS fucking sucks. That's all I can say about that. Tonight, I am proud and very excited to bring to you guys the Mucklands, a TTRPG based in the lands of Eam. It's a brand new D12 system that is more about kind of having fun adventures than it is about, like, combat. And so think D&D, but more like Adventure Time or Muppets D&D, because that's basically what this is. It's just a whimsical adventure. There are different levels. Tonight's adventure is very much along the lines of like Adventure Time or like a Muppets Caper. We will have some of the other ones pop up as we go. I am the Bringer of Whimsy. I will be GMing tonight, and I will go ahead and let the cast of wonderful characters here introduce themselves before we get started.
I don't think we actually established the order.
Yeah, I don't think we established the order. You had us roll, but you didn't establish the order.
I highest to lowest, so whoever had highest.
Not me, I had a 1.
I had a 2.
Does anybody beat a 3?
I had a 3, so I guess you and I tie.
Roll off.
Rochambeau.
Or we could just roll again.
All right, let's roll again. That's a 4.
Well, yeah, I screwed myself. That's a 6. So, hi, I'm Shockpoint Failure. Welcome, everyone. Are we introducing just ourselves or our characters right now?
You can just introduce yourself right now.
Yeah. All right. So, yeah, like I said, I'm Shockpoint Failure. I float around Singularity Roleplay. You've seen me in quite a few things. I'm going to save everything into the end, but yeah, glad to be here.
Guess it's my turn. Hey, everybody, my name's Alan. You see me around here, too, a lot. And, yeah, I'm looking forward to this.
Hey, what's up? I'm Nate. I'm fairly new to Singularity, but loving it, and kind of explore more here. And also, I do Escape the Dungeon podcast.
And hi, I am Starless Travel. I'm an artist on Instagram. You can call me Keldy. And I am also new to Singularity. I've been here on one other thing, I think. And you'll catch me here a little bit more in a bit, hopefully. And I also help do things over on another channel, but I will save that for later. Nice to meet y'all.
All right, and with that, I will go ahead and get us introduced to our setting and our adventure here. It's as of right now, it's night. It's dark. A cold fog is rolling through a small little settlement. It's not nothing too big. The main noticeable attraction is an inn and waffle house called Wally's Waffles and Wargs. And as the fog rolls in, it kind of surrounds this waffle house. There's a noticeable creaking in the wood as footsteps are slowly made up the stairs and shadows creep down the hall. A door slowly creeps open on a gnome just quietly sleeping in her bed. You hear some maniacal laughter, and the gnome is suddenly transformed into a what was it they transformed her into? I had this rolled. Where'd it go? Muskrat. She's been transformed into a small muskrat, and as she's transformed, the fog rolls back and kind of rolls back down the stairs and out. And that's where the adventure kind of starts, is here in Wally's Waffles and Wargs. A small muskrat named Dorothy Sandwich has sent out flyers to any and all adventurers who could help her with a task. And it looks like the first adventurer is arriving now. And we'll go ahead and Shock if you want to introduce yourself and how you kind of enter.
Okay. So coming through the door of the establishment is a rather tall bugbear, dressed fairly well, uh, upper middle class, clean suit looking thing, but it's a bit worn, like it's seen some good wear and tear, like it's been used out in the field more than in the office. Uh, there's a set of small glasses perched on his nose, and he seems to be mildly distracted by some papers in his hands. And he just wanders in, flyer on top of the papers that he gets shuffled in and out, and he just finds a quiet place to sit while he waits.
All right, and that will bring us to Mermit.
So, Mermit's just kind of meandering around. He's like poking at trees with his little walking stick. Goes, pretty damn hungry. Ooh, Waffle House. And just starts walking in there. Just walks. How tall is the bugbear, by the way?
Uh, I did not pay attention to the height chart in the book, so I'm going to probably peg him somewhere floating around 7.5.
Oh, okay. So I just like sneak right under your arm. Just like, excuse me. And like literally lift your arm out of the way with the walking stick and keep going in.
All right. Old man
Simmons.
I wanted to say McGucket.
Yeah, old man Simmons slams open the door. Very small, slight frame, a little boggle man, with graying hair, little bucket hat with like fish hooks coming out of it, and a giant two-handed for a normal sized being sword strung along his back that's kind of just dragging along the ground. Well, how did their folks heard there was a mission? I'm old man Simmons here to save the day.
Oh, interesting.
Who are you?
I apologize. I should introduce myself. I'm Professor Westwood. Excuse me. Bit of a speech impediment. Professor Westwood.
Nice to meet you.
Feelings mutual.
Hey, buddy. Think there's somebody behind you trying to get in.
Oh, I
I'm
apologize.
sorry.
I guess we kind of just shuffle out of the way of the door.
Hi, I heard there was food. And walking in is a 4 foot, 1 inch tall because because we're just gonna add that 1 inch for funsies. Bogart, who has messy, long brown hair that looks like it has little, probably little twigs and leaves that may actually have been braided in there, so it may actually have been done on purpose. And they have white freckles and sparkly gray green eyes, and they are currently leading a Bugrillian tortoise that is carrying a pack with a bunch of traveling supplies in it. It just kind of everything's kind of mishmash. You're pretty sure you see like a really shiny mallet in there. You're not sure why it looks so much like a mallet if it's supposed to be a weapon, but it's a mallet. and they're wearing a kind of slightly too large breastplate and looking up at everybody, or looking down at two of the party and up at the other, and just like, "Hi, sorry, are we allowed to bring should I leave the tortoise outside? I promise that she's house trained."
Didn't think bog-rolled tortoises could fit through that door.
She could probably stick a head through a window. She just really likes waffles.
She does look very well behaved. I'm sure the owner of this establishment would be happy to let her in.
If you.
Fizzling.
Oh, go ahead.
Also, hi, sorry. I'm Wander. Nice to meet you. And sorry for barging in.
Oh no, it's quite all right. Professor Westwood, and we have. I apologize. I don't want to steal your thunder. Go ahead and introduce yourselves.
I'm Old Man Simmons. Nice to meet you.
Oh, right. Nice to meet you. Sorry.
Mermit just stares confused.
And the quiet one here is Mermit, if I remember his name correctly. Their name. I apologize. I don't want to assume.
Hey, I'm a 3-foot tall frog. I don't give a crap.
Fair enough.
That's fair. Wander AM. Also did just is doubles as my last name, so it works.
See. So I take it we're all here for the same assignment?
I came here for chicken and waffles, bud.
All right, fair enough.
Yeah.
This place does have some good chicken and waffles.
I heard there was something going on here. I've mostly just been wandering around because that's what I do. And I figured I'd help since I was in town if I could. And also I just really, really uh like waffles. The uh the tortoise's name is Pancake, by the way, but they also like waffles.
Oh my god, that's
They have
adorable.
preference.
Of course, there's a vast difference between the two. There's more than just structural.
I've never studied how they're different.
They make a big difference depending on what you're trying to make. Waffles, pretty good for sandwiches, whereas pancakes are really good for tacos.
There is a debate of what exactly the difference between the state of sandwich and taco is, but that is semantics as far as I'm concerned.
Plus, if you make a pancake thin enough, it becomes a crepe.
And that is obviously a taco.
See, exactly. Actually, no, that's more of like a tortilla.
You need
Because
a
it's
tortilla to make a taco, though.
That's true. Mind blown.
Okay. So y'all are also here to help out with the missing persons thing?
Yes, I believe we are. Or,
Yeah.
in the case of Mermit, chicken and waffles.
Either way, it's good.
Wander pats Pancake and kind of tries to lead them over to a window so maybe that they can stick their head up towards the counter and is going to go up.
So, if you look around the Waffle House, you'll kind of notice that it doesn't look like anybody's really paying much attention to the turtle being in there. They're all just kind of keeping to themselves. There's quite a colorful cast of characters. There looks to be like a rascal sitting in the back, and up in one corner of what looks like a makeshift stage is a really terrible prop comic. And then you've got two people kind of sitting at the bar. There's Wally Dunkwiffle. He's the proprietor of this establishment. He looks like a short pirate, but he's very boisterous, very friendly. And he's sitting and talking to a troll who is just going to town on a plate of hot wings. And then in the far back corner, there's a muskrat, just sitting, slowly tackling a huge plate of pancakes.
El Dorothy sandwich. That's our target.
Hearing her name,
My
Dorothy
target.
looks up from the pancakes and kind of looks around. And then gives kind of a sigh, and then kind of goes back to just sadly scooping pancake into their little muskrat mouth.
Dorothy, hi. Hi, I'm Old Man Simmons. I'm here to help you. These are my new friends.
We are here to help you, if you are, allow us to.
Oh, are we also allowed to get waffles? Just curious.
I'm fairly sure if we are paying customers, we can get waffles.
And chicken wing.
Chicken wings are only for the Howlin' Hot Challenge. If you want the chicken wings, you need to sign the waiver and you need to take a challenge. As you look over and Wally Dunkwaffle is standing at the table with 3 kind of dingy glasses of water, looking at the 5 of you. Counting out on his other hand, like how he's holding 3 glasses of water with one hand and where he's lost the other 2. So if you want the chicken wings, I got to get you the waiver. If you want the waffles, you can have the waffles, or I can make you some pancakes.
Oh no, pancake is fine with waffles. This is Pancake, points at the motions to my Bugrillian tortoise.
I do feel like we're going to be here for a while, so I will gladly take a stack of waffles. What toppings do you have for the waffles?
Syrup and grog.
Ooh, I'll take grog waffle.
I'm feeling adventurous. I'll also take the grog waffle.
I'll have me some hot wings and some waffles.
Oh, also the hot wing. Give me that waiver.
So, 2 waivers, 3 orders of grog waffles. Does the pancake turtle want grog waffles or syrup waffles?
Both is good.
He just kind of blinks for a minute because nobody's ever ordered both grog and syrup, and he counts out on his hand as he walks away to get your orders.
So, who were you talking to? Sorry.
He gestures to the, you said muskrat?
Yep.
Yes, muskrat before us. Our client.
Oh. Hello.
Well, hi there. I'm Dorothy Sandwich. I used to be a gnome, but as you can see, I'm in a bit of a predicament.
Okay. Hi, I'm Wander. Nice to meet you.
How
Dorothy
does a
just,
gnome become a muskrat?
well, we've been having some trouble around here with a not so nice witch who goes by the name of Chara. And, well, Chara done snuck in here last night and stole my wand of decursification and turned me into a muskrat.
Gotta keep a tighter lid on your wand of decursification. That's gnoming 101, my friend. Or at least
Or
I
at least
heard.
have a spare. But that is neither here nor there.
What do you
Gotta
want
stay
us to
strapped,
do?
bud.
Well, if you really want to help, I need you to go to Chara's lair and get back my wand of decursification.
We'll do it.
Sounds simple enough.
Sure, I'll gladly help.
Yeah, okay.
I'm not too sure about this frog guy. Did you bring him with you? Do you have... I don't know. He just looks like trouble.
Nah, he looks like trouble, but he's actually very nice. He's one of my closest friends of the last
And
5 minutes.
and I speak from experience. Sometimes having a little trouble in your back pocket goes a long way.
Fair enough.
I do a little no magic flourish just to show that yeah, I studied with gnomes.
Mm-hmm. Chara studied with gnomes too. How do you think she turned me into a muskrat?
Neglect.
More jealousy. She's just jealous and cruel. I think deep down she's just lost her way.
That's about right.
Maybe if we become friends with her, she'll just give us the wand back.
I don't know that she's ever made friends, but you could certainly try.
Everyone deserves a best friend. Come on, let's go melt this evil witch's heart.
And
I'll bring extra waffles. As Wander starts to get a bag to put waffles in.
And you know, at that, Wally comes back up with a bunch of plates and some forms for everybody to sign who wants to eat the hot wings. Starts setting everything down on the table. All right. Who wanted to take the wing challenge?
Right here, bud.
Ooh, I'll sign right here, and you said here. All right.
All right.
Think I'm good?
So you both, neither one of you want to read this?
No.
You know what? I will.
If you're gonna read through, you'll notice that there's an accidental death clause. It says that Wally is not responsible for any heat-related death that you may experience.
Heat.
Perfect. I'm here for it. I'm prepared for heat death.
So the professor in me is like thinking that's not how spicy this. Ooh.
Do I need to roll anything to eat these things?
Yeah, I'll have you both roll. Ooh, what do I want? Metal? Let me double check that.
Might be vigor, I think.
Vigor might be the way to go. Yeah.
Ooh, that's
Yeah.
a flat roll.
I'll have you both roll vigor.
Bigger? Okay.
Ooh, yeah, that's a 12.
All
That
right.
is a -1 for me. Or an 11. Hold a 12.
Okay, so both a success. So Yeah, the wings are pretty hot, and you'll notice that the flavor isn't just like a mixture of spices and sauces that Wally is thrown together, but there's also a little bit, you kind of feel like a tingle of heat. It's like an enchantment on these wings as you eat them, and the more you eat, the hotter that enchantment just kind of builds up. But you get through the plate successfully, and Wally comes back over with 2 t-shirts that say "I survived the wing challenge."
Oh, that was wonderful. Can I have one more?
You want more?
Yeah, just want like one more go of the challenge.
I ain't never had nobody do it twice before. Hey, Happy,
Well,
do I need to have them sign 2 waivers? And the troll just kind of throws back a tankard and sets it down and looks over at Wally. I don't know. I don't own this place. I don't work here. So Wally just kind of blinks, shrugs, and heads back to the kitchen. Comes back out a few minutes later with another plate of wings and sets them down in front of Old Man Simmons.
I'll take another one too.
Oh my god, y'all. And off he goes.
We're good. What can I say?
Alright,
They got a nice kick to him.
roll another d12.
Oh man,
just
all my
sitting here.
good rolls are going tonight.
I'm just sitting here eating my grog waffles, washing them, and I'm getting mildly curious, or morbidly curious.
That's an 8.
Alright,
Got a 10.
I believe an 8 is still a success. Yeah, so 8 is a success with a twist. And you got a 10, so that's flat out success. You don't have any sort of twist here. Let's see. Alright, so you, Mermit, you finish this plate of wings, and you can kind of feel what feels like a little bit of an ulcer forming in your stomach.
Oh, that one's gonna hurt later.
And your next vigor roll will be at a disadvantage.
Nice.
All right. Well, do y'all know where you're going to find Chara's lair? Do you need some help with that, or? Yeah, I'm pretty sure you're new to these parts, aren't you?
Only a little, but I'm fairly sure we can ask around and get some idea of
Yeah.
the general direction.
Actually, quick question. Where are we? Sorry, when Wander is sitting on Pancake's head and just kind of shoveling waffles into Pancake's mouth.
Oh, well, that's easy. Y'all are in the Great Slog. So, basically, you're at one end of a very long road that connects, or, well, used to connect all of the kingdoms in the middle of Eam. So, you're going to head towards the oh yeah, that's right. You're gonna head towards the west till you get to the used to be forest, and deep within the used to be forest is where you're gonna find Chara's lair.
Wait, I feel like I've been there before. Maybe?
Have you been adventuring long?
Oh yeah, I've been pretty much most of my life.
You just hear a really loud croak come out of Mermit. It's like, oh, damn, that ulcer is really good. Holy crap. Sorry, guys.
Are you okay?
Oh, I'm sure I'll be fine. Gotta whip up some Pepto.
So from here, it'll take about 3 days for you to get to the forest.
Uh, 3 days. How many waffles is that?
Well, if you assume 2 waffles per meal, 2 square meals a day, bare minimum, that would be 6 waffles. Well, 12 waffles.
Wouldn't it be 18? 3 days.
Thank you.
Yeah, you forgot to carry the waffle, bud.
Yeah. I will admit, I apologize. Calculus destroyed my ability to do basic math.
That,
That's understandable.
what's a calculus?
A bag of
Fancy
lies and
wizard
tricks.
math.
Okay.
A headache.
Wander is busy counting out waffles.
But in all seriousness, if you are interested in calculus, the best way of explaining it is math without numbers.
Wizard math.
I'm okay. Wander just gives you a thumbs up. I'm gonna go back to counting on my fingers.
We should probably assume that lunches will switch over to pancakes, so
I mean, I have to make sure
something
that I
different.
feed Pancake. I only have like a little bit of rations right now because we travel a lot.
I can fish.
I mean, I got a bunch of cookware and stuff.
Then it sounds like to me that we are set.
There's also
Road trip.
a general store
Yeah.
just outside if y'all need any basic supplies. I don't think you're going to find anything too magical or too crazy in there, but they get some stuff from time to time.
Sounds good here. So go through swamp to forest, get what's the thing we're supposed to get look like, by the way?
It
It is
looks,
a. Go ahead.
looks like a wand, a decursification.
I don't know what that is.
Have you ever
It'll be a
seen
real fancy wand.
Yeah, I think
Mildly
I know what it looks
fancy.
like.
It'll also have printed on it in big bold letters, decursification.
Fancy stick, got it.
Please do not get it confused with a wand of recursification. I don't need this curse renewed.
Don't want subscription to curse, got it.
And while you guys are also sitting there, you'll notice kind of a... I'm trying to think of how to describe this guy. As he comes walking in, he's a goblin, but he looks like a very well-to-do goblin, a very well-off goblin. You can hear, gold and other treasures kind of clanking together and clinking and clacking as he walks up to the bar, and he sits down and kind of looks around and then looks dead at Wally and puts a stack of coins on the counter. And again, and you guys overhear Wally again with this. I told you, I'm not selling my bar. Now you can leave before you have some trouble. And the goblin looks at Wally and takes a deep breath and looks just real, like, squint eyes, very kind of like he's about to just say something he probably shouldn't. And he kind of swallows and goes, I'll have this bar. There's prime mining to be had here. Just you wait. And he turns and he looks at all of you, and he shakes his head, and then he heads back outside of the bar.
Sorry, who was that?
That
Okay,
was Carl. He is a goblin miner. He is an owner of the local mines, so a little bit to the northwest of Wally's and where you guys are now, is a mining facility mostly run by goblins. It's very lucrative, but they are looking to expand, and they want Wally's Waffle House. They want the land that it's on so that they can expand their mining operations.
Bit of an odd question. Is that with a C or a K?
Okay.
Thank you.
Carl.
Carl.
Sorry. All right, so, we gonna go find a fancy stick that does not renew a cursed subscription.
Mm-hmm. So, let's see, 3 days there, about a day or two to delve through the lair, and then 3 days back. So we're looking at 8 days, maybe 9.
Just enough to become best friends.
Oh no, we only need 2 days for that.
What's a friend?
What we are. As of 5 minutes ago.
Okay. So does that mean I put friend at the end of all of your names now?
Not necessary, but we're not going to say no.
Yeah, it's nice to call someone friend. And
Okay, friend. And Wander is going to pack up the rest of the waffles that Pancake and M have not eaten and get on the tortoise and getty on out of here.
Before you guys leave, Dorothy puts a sack of coins on the table. Here's the first half of your payment. I'll get you the other half when you get back with that Wanda decursification.
Mermit immediately just swipes it into his bag and just starts walking away.
Wait, we're getting
yeah, I told you he was a good
Mermit-
guy.
Mermit, hang on, Mermit.
He's willing to carry our burdens for us.
We hang on, Mermit. We need to discuss disposition of that. Come back here.
Obviously, we're gonna do that, but let's, we gotta get on the road.
We need to get supplies first before we get on the road. So let's not have this be a private conversation. This should be a group conversation.
Okay, let's go to the general store and we can talk about supplies. Anybody want to ride?
Actually, I'll take that ride, and I hand the money over to the professor.
And I will help Mermit up onto Pancake and look over and be like, just one?
I mean, can I also fit? How big is?
I think those tortoises are pretty big.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they're like almost horse sized.
Oh yeah, I'm also getting. That's awesome.
They're big. They lots of knights use them.
You're a knight.
Sorta, yeah.
Always kind of wanted to be a knight. Can I become your squire?
I'll
be
General
the best
store,
squire
no.
ever. I'll catch all the fish that you and Pancake need ever. I'll clean your dishes. I'll clean your clothes. I'll give you my big old sword.
How about
Let me be a squire.
How about you get a leg up and you can practice riding the tortoise?
You're gonna say yes one of these days. I'm gonna be a squire.
So, Westwood has exchanged the coin for some pen and paper, and he's just taking notes. Never really saw how a knight acquires their squire before. This would be a good research document.
While I'm up on the tortoise, I'm actually going to pull out my alchemy kit and start working on some antacid.
That's very practical use for that.
Sometimes.
All right. So right outside of Wally's Waffles and Wargs, you see Timmy Small's Emporium, and it's just a kind of rundown. I guess like outside of Home Depot, they've got all those sheds. It's like a set of like 3 like worn down sheds that you would see outside of Home Depot, all kind of like crudely connected together with bits and bobs of wood to look like hallways. And the sign outside is somehow just the most extravagant thing about Timmy Small's Emporium, because it's got lights on it, and some of the light bulbs are flickering, other light bulbs are out, but you can definitely see that there was more effort put into the sign than there was the rest of the shop.
Oh, wow. What a fancy place. Just look at that sign.
I mean, I understand the logic. You have to get customers into the shop to make money, but they could have distributed the focus a little bit more.
I think we should probably be careful about anything we touch here.
But did you see the sign? It was so fancy. Gotta trust it.
Wonder hitches up Pancake and then goes, okay, let's go inside then, and offers Mermit and Old Man Smalls a hand down.
I think your tortoise actually helps me off. Because Bogrillian tortoises are wired to trust any bogrel.
See? You're friends. Making friends already.
All right. So, before we go in, I really do just think we should discuss how we're going to divvy up the money. Are we going to keep it together as a party fund first and buy our supplies with it and then divide what else remains? Or do you want to divide it up first?
I figured we could just use it all together for, like, we're all going to the same place, so we're gonna want to make sure that everybody's taken care of.
Yeah.
I believe I can agree to that very easily.
I'm going to be perfectly honest here, Professor. I am terrible with money. That's why you're the one that had to grab it from me.
Right. So we're going to keep the funds together until the end of the quest, and then we'll divide up what remains.
Sounds good to me. You could be our quartermaster.
I'm good with that.
All right. So let's see. How much coin do we have to work with? And he takes out the bag of coins and see just what the starting bit of pay we got.
There are 40 coins.
Are they all quarters?
No, it's just 40 gold coins that all have...
Damn.
If you look closely, you'll notice that all of the coins have Kermit the Frog's face on them. They're Kermit coins.
I just grab one and hold it up. See? Splitting image.
No, that's the great sorcerer Kermit. You said your name was Mermit.
Yeah, me and Kermit are related.
I don't see it.
What if I turn my face like this?
Oh, there you go. There you go.
Yeah, I can see it now.
As you get done saying that, a little bird pops up on your shoulder, Mermit, and it's just a tiny little magic parrot, and it just says, "Stop telling people we're related," and then it poofs away.
Stay dead next time. Trying to avenge your death.
Wait, you're related to a parrot? What's the
Kind of.
parrot's name?
How long has that enchantment been in place?
Who knows?
For years, so they are related. We'll we'll give him that. But the enchantment, ever since Kermit became a great sorcerer, the enchantment has been in place that anytime anybody says they're related to the great Kermit, a bird will pop up and correct them.
Wander just now believes that Mermit is related to this parrot that we don't know.
Yeah, that's my
Teleport,
great
parrot.
auntie.
Great auntie. Okay. So Rustbrook, you said you were gonna deal with the monies for supplies?
For the time being, yes. If everybody is willing to let me hold on to it.
Sure. And Pancake and I can help carry stuff.
What do we need?
Food, water, tents, rope, more rope.
Let's see. I have my bear trap bedroll. I got my canteen, my knife. I'm down to like 1 rations. I got my umbrella, but that's mostly that that goes on that's for Pancake. Pancake has a special umbrella for their head so that way they can see easier if it gets really really rainy.
You see Mermit point to a jar of yellow liquid and go, "Ooh, I want that."
A jar of yellow. Is that mustard?
In a way, if you want to. So, on one shelf, lining the back wall behind the checkout counter, is a bunch of jars, all labeled Timmy Small's Surprise. It's filled with a yellowish liquid that would merit closer inspection.
Ooh, I also want a surprise.
We should probably
2 surprises.
We should probably do rations first, like, rations, maybe an extra water skin. I got cooking supplies. So and a knife, so if we catch stuff, we can probably use it.
Got a net and a fishing pole.
I got bug repellent, canteen, chum bucket. I got 1 ration, torch, fishing pole, a net, my alchemy set, and a music box.
And I got pen and paper, can opener, canteen, a change of clothes, mirror, and some rations of my own. About 1 day's worth.
Yeah, we should get rations then. And I gotta make sure I get rations for Pancake.
So if you look around the shop in the back, they're kind of like a convenience store. There's a row of like coolers, and in behind the glass, there's different drinks and jars of things. In one set, and then the other set, there's midday mealables, and they look like little meal kits, but they all have kind of like weird instead of like you're at normal like Capri Sun or juice, it's a bottle of goo, gelatinous goo. And they all just seem really unappeasing, but it does say, on the sign above, or like a sign kind of taped to the door, buy 2 rations, get 1 free.
Oh, nice.
Don't
Are
touch the midday mealables. They're full of lead.
You sure?
Very.
Hey,
okay.
Timmy Smalls takes offense to that. I work real hard on making these midday mealables. They got less lead than they did before.
I apologize. I'm sorry. I thought these were the mass-produced ones made that were sold at chain stores. I did not realize these were the homemade versions.
No. You're thinking Lunchables. Those got all the lead. These have asbestos.
Well, that's not that bad.
It's just a little asbestos.
Bless you.
Hey, I'm gonna get a couple of those, but I'm also gonna need like maybe a pack of Bogrillian spirits.
Is it on the shelf? If it's if it's not on the shelf, I don't got it.
The point up to where the pipe tobacco is. It's the blue box.
I'm gonna make sure that I get rations for Pancake and me and water.
Which way is your camping gear? I believe we might want to look into getting some tents.
I don't know about camping gear, but we got all our like other items are down the hall, and you'll see like an aisle that says belts, weapons, capes.
Ooh, can I get a cape?
No capes.
And then just beyond the capes, you see another aisle that says food and drink.
Hey, Professor, you sound kind of like my cousin Edna.
Your cousin Edna sounds like a very smart person.
Oh. Do you have shields?
Okay. So I'm going to go down that hole and poke around and see what I can find of any real interest.
I'm gonna go help Wonder find a shield.
I'm looking around at whatever shiny things.
Uh,
In case you hadn't noticed, Wanderer's gear is very, very used.
So in the weapons and other gear aisle, you do see a couple shields. There's 3 shields that all kind of look the same, and they're all in like boxes. They're all boxed up, like they're kind of mass produced. And you hear like laughing coming from those boxes. And then there's 2 other shields. So there's 3 small shields and 2 large shields down one aisle.
Which is the boxes that are laughing?
Those are the small shields.
Wander wants to go poke a head in a box. Poke's head in box.
Why do I have the strangest feeling to tell you to not trust anything that can speak, but you cannot see where it keeps its brain?
I can't see my brain.
Not see the brain, see where it keeps its brain.
Listen, I totally understand when things are evil.
Hello? I'm gonna say into the box.
The box it's just giggling, like it's just laughing.
I open
Did
the
you
box.
tell it a joke?
Oh, I see why it's laughing. It's a Fozzie brand.
I'm very bad at jokes.
Hold on, I will.
I've been told I'm very good at them. I was born a joke.
I don't know what that means.
So I just dropped what they're called in the chat, so you can kind of get an idea. It is a when. If you want to read the box, or look at what's actually like the front of the box, or like the contents of the box, on the front it just says it's a buckler of the goblin's grin. It's a small shield that laughs hysterically whenever an adversary misses an attack.
Wander looks at the big shields like, kind of want but these are so cute. Hi, friend. Just picks up the laughing shield.
Yes.
Timmy Smalls yells down the hallway, "Look, if you buy one, I'll give you 2 free. Those things creep me out."
I don't know what I do with 3 shields. Actually, no, I know exactly what I'll do with 3 shields.
Put them on your feet and walk in the snow.
Put 'em on your
Wander just
tortoise.
walks out with 1 shield strapped on top of her head, and then the other 2 strapped to like the arms, and so that way you walk out with just 3 shields attached. like elbow guards and a very, very badly shaped helmet.
All right.
They're all giggling.
They're all giggling. Uh, all right, so Shock, you were looking for camping gear.
Mm-hmm.
Down one aisle, you find some tents. Nothing too crazy, just regular old tents. You find some camping chairs, a Strickland propane gas grill.
Hey, Wanda, quick question.
Hmm?
You said you had cooking equipment. Did you have a fire source or?
I usually just try to light things on fire by hitting sticks or hitting rocks or twirling sticks. You know that thing.
Well, those are very good survival tactics, and I commend you for having that skill. I think it might be time to get you an upgrade.
I can make things go on fire.
Magic fires make food taste bad.
Makes it taste cleaner.
Makes it taste bad.
No, because that's charcoal fire. Magic fire is like, the best.
Blasphemy, and you know it.
Gives it that mesquite taste.
Gets rid of that mesquite taste more like.
What's a
I prefer my propane and my charcoal over magic any day.
Whoa. And just walk away.
But yeah, I'm gonna pick up the propane burner and a couple of tents. Maybe I'll grab one of the camping chairs as well.
All right. Old man Simmons, did you need to pick up anything?
Oh shoot, we need food, don't we?
Yeah, just rations.
Okay.
So yeah, I think I'm gonna pick up some food and then I'm gonna grab one of those Timmy Small surprises.
All right. So Timmy Smalls. We got a man of good taste, I see. Picking up a Timmy Smalls surprise.
I heard about these things. I always wanted to try one.
Well, you do know that you're not supposed to try it on yourself, right?
Yep.
Shake it up, throw it at your enemy.
Yep. Keep very far away.
Yes. I would advise very, very far away.
Yep. I've heard tale from far and wide about how these things work, and I really, really like it.
Timmy Smalls goes back to ringing everything up. That'll be 20 gold.
Ooh, 20 gold. That is a bit on the high side, don't you say, Mr. Smalls?
No, I say that's 20 gold.
Aren't rations like copper?
Pretty sure it's because of the surprise.
It's also because it's Timmy Smalls.
That's true.
Let's see, if you want to haggle, you can. I would have you roll a. Let's say.
Arm?
Yeah, let's go with charm.
right. You do sound like a reasonable man, Mr. Smalls, and you can obviously see that we are of adventuring sort. We'll gladly come back for repeated business, but you have to understand you're charging some very exorbitant prices, almost predatory. But that being said, I'm fairly sure you could go and be reasonable for 10 gold.
Roll me the charm, D12.
Yeah, I just did. That's a 3.
Nailed it.
Okay, well, how about this? 15 gold, and I'll throw in some gas for your grill.
I can work with that, yes.
I just pull up alongside the professor and go, "Let me use this on him, and we can get it for free."
No, we don't do that.
Since we saved so much, I think we could probably afford a couple capes, right?
Let's
Once
just
again,
take it out of my
no
fears. Just take it out of my
All
fears.
right.
All right.
If
All right, so 15 gold and the gas for the burner, and we're good to go. Thank you.
So he sets about bagging it all up, getting it all packaged up, and 1 sec, I'm just going to pull something up here. Where'd it go? What is the best roll for that? Let's see. Go ahead and all of you roll me a perception check.
do do
No, that's better.
7. Wait, is it? I rolled a 7. I have to add something to that, don't
That's
I?
a 5.
Beer
That's a 7
Vim.
for me.
You add Vim to it.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
8.
2?
Yeah.
Okay, so Mermit and Simmons, you guys don't notice, but Wander and bad with names, Rustroot, you guys notice that he's wrapping your items up, not in like paper bags or like putting them in boxes, but he's wrapping everything up in capes. So he wraps all 3 packages of what you bought up in 3 different capes, and they are capes of the Will-O-Wisp, since you guys rolled just enough to get an idea of what those are. They grant +1 sneak, and the wearer can become incorporeal at will when in a marsh, swamp, or wetlands.
That's awesome.
So, how many of those do we have now?
3.
3.
3? Okay.
He goes and says something about what he sees, thinks about it, stops, and lets this happen.
All right, are you guys ready to head out?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, where did my table go? Just so I have that available. There it is.
I very, very carefully set the Timmy Small surprise right next to my alchemy kit.
Probably a good idea. All right, so it's going to take 3 days. So that's going to be basically the way that this game works. It's going to be 3 travel turns. Well, hold on. Each day is divided into 4 travel turns. So you have turns 1 and 2 are daytime, and turns 3 and 4 are nighttime. So we're going to have 12 travel turns, essentially. So as you guys travel, each one of you will need to make a travel check. So you'll roll 1d12. And it's just a flat d12 on this. And then we will basically go, if it's a 1 to a 2, it's a perilous encounter. If it was a 3 to a 5, you run into a dangerous encounter. A 6 to an 8 is a bump in the road. A 9 to 11 is an uneventful journey, and then a 12 is a discovery. So, best who should roll first? Who's leading the caravan, I guess?
That is a very good question. I mean, all of our gear and half the party, 3/4 of the party, is riding on the turtle, so I want to say Wander.
Okay.
Would that be rolling wilderness then?
That would be... Travel checks are... This looks like it's just a flat D12.
Flat D12. Okay. That's a 5.
A dangerous encounter. Oh, this will be fun.
Oopsies.
Where did my... Okay, so... Now I have to roll.
Who wants Wander's gonna look while we're packing, be like, so what do we do with these, pointing at the will-o'-the-wisp capes.
All right. So, as adamant as I am against capes, these are very useful. We're going to hold on to them just in case, but I would like to point out a couple of things about their use. They are very dangerous, and I believe, Mermit, you said you had a cousin who is also against capes?
Yeah, Edna.
Yeah. And did Edna ever explain to you why they were so against capes?
Something about her husband getting eaten by an alligator because his cape got caught in its teeth.
Right. See, it is things like that why I am adamantly against capes. So when we're using them, be very mindful of where the cape is. Try to not let it billow, as awesome as that looks. That would lead to it getting snagged on something. And getting snagged on something will lead to very bad things.
I like getting eaten.
Like
You may look
getting
cool,
eaten.
but you also look pretty tasty.
Well, who wants a cape, I guess?
I want a cape. I want a cape.
Remember, the cape is a very big responsibility.
I will 100% become the most capely caper you have ever seen. Respectfully.
Wander gives Wander gives Smalls a cape. Sorry. Wander hands over the cape like, there you go.
Since you handed me this cape, does that make me your squire now?
I honestly have zero idea how people become squires. I just kind of ended up as one.
Typically speaking, if I understand correctly, squires usually get hired on by the knight in exchange for tutelage and a recommendation for knighthood of their own when they become eligible.
Oh, yeah, there's that. I was just kind of picked up by somebody while I was wandering around. I got lost, and they helped me. And then I said, sure, I'll help you back. And then I ended up eventually like this, like motions to breastplate and shields that are still attached to elbows and head.
I see. I will admit I always thought the process was a bit more formalized, but I guess out on the field things do become a bit more lackadaisy and freeform.
I think it depends on the person.
That's fair. I've seen quite a number of knights in my time that were rather heavy-handed on the pomp and circumstance.
Not me. I don't know what pomp is, and I usually am bad at circumstances. So who else wants cape?
You know what? Yeah, I'll take a cape.
And here you go. Do you want a cape, Professor?
I think I'm good on the cape front.
Okay. Oh, right. No capes. Got it.
All right. So as you guys are having your conversation and distributing out capes and traveling along the road, you hear like a bit of a commotion going as a group of Bogart lumberjacks are cutting down a tree, and the tree starts to, as the tree falls, they're scrambling to get out of the way, and a big dust pile is kicking up as it hits the ground. And just as the tree hits the ground and these Bogart lumberjacks are jumping out of the way, you also see a giant Thode spring up out from behind the tree and kind of corner one of the Bogart lumberjacks. This Thode is very hungry, and it looks like he's going to eat this lumberjack.
It ain't easy being green, friend.
Stop right there. Eat us instead.
Wait, what?
It turns and it looks at you and it licks its lips, and then it turns and it looks back at the lumberjack and it looks back at you, and it's like it kind of hesitates for a moment, and then it just kind of croaks, "Why don't I just eat both groups?"
I do squats every day. I got a juicy backside. I promise you that. Come on.
Pretty sure you and I are somehow cousins.
I could you not? What? Why are you eating people?
Because I'm
Listen,
hungry.
when you get hungry enough, you'll eat anything.
All right. Well, no matter what you're choosing, you're going to have to earn the meal. So come on.
Real quick, I want to use my ranger ability to find a weakness in this creature because it allows me to... Oh, it says I can make up a special property of a creature name.
Okay.
I want to... its weakness is going to be this food. I'm going to throw one of these flaming hot chicken wings down its throat.
Oh God. Roll.
It's a wilderness check, it looks like.
Okay.
Alright, so I have +2 to that. That's a 10.
It's a 10 plus 2, so that puts you at a
Yes,
12.
sir.
Or
No, that's with the +2.
okay. Well, that is a success. So this Thode has turned. It's licking its lips, looking at you, saying it's gonna eat both groups. As a chicken wing flies through the air and lands in its mouth, and it kind of, I guess, flips it around with its tongue, like it's tasting the whole chicken wing, and you can see smoke starting to kind of rise and build off the Thode's tongue. It pulls its tongue back into its mouth, swallowing the whole chicken wing, and now smoke is coming, just billowing out of its mouth like it's about to spit fire, and its eyes are just huge, like in panic, and it quickly just jumps away, looking for the nearest body of water. The Boggart stands up and runs over. Oh, thank you. I thought I was going to be thawed food there for a while. Definitely glad I didn't become lunch today. And he reaches into his pocket. And where did my damn item list go?
You might not have been lunch today, but it definitely took my lunch with it.
We're sorry about that.
It's okay.
More of those chicken wings? You were holding out on us.
I think I have some waffles left if you still like the waffles.
I didn't get to finish the one that the second one that I got, so I just brought it with. They're pretty tasty.
Oh, so he's like, yeah, those chicken wings are pretty good. I've never managed to finish the challenge myself, but here you go. Thank you for all your help. And he hands Mermit a bottle and then runs off back towards Wally's.
Just a regular bottle.
It is a bottle of unicorn shampoo.
That makes your hair
I'm here for it.
More so, it's just to leave you wondering why the hell did he give you unicorn shampoo? Why was it's just the first thing he grabbed out of his bag? Why he had it on him? Who knows?
Oh no, that's fairly simple. Lumberjacks like them will occasionally need to negotiate with the unicorns in the forest, and well, having shampoo on hand makes them very, very amiable to negotiations for property rights.
Plus, have you seen unicorn hair? It's so silky. Makes you look fabulous.
For a reason, they are very peculiar about their shampoo.
Yeah. Still want to meet that one unicorn named Fabio. Looks so luxurious.
In the distance, you hear neighing, and up on a rock, you see a unicorn with just a flowing gold mane, just looking out over the land. All right. That is one round down. Let's go for travel check number 2, and we will go Mermit. Go ahead and roll us a d12.
That's an 11.
All right, you guys pass through midday uneventfully. The sun starts to set. It's starting to get dark. And we will go to Rust Root. Go ahead and roll us a d12.
Sorry, I was looking something up. Who needs to roll that d12 now?
That would be you, sir.
Thank you. That would be a 6.
Ooh, a bump in the road. What do we get for bump in the road? So as you're traveling, you hit a small bump in the road, literally. And some of your wonderful traveling items fall out. Most notably, the containers of what you thought were propane, but on closer inspection, you find out that Timmy Smalls gave you 3 small bottles of butane.
I mean, I could make them work, but really?
Walter just
Yeah, I
looks
kind
like,
of
what do
expected
we do? What, is there something wrong with it?
It's not a smart idea to run butane through a propane system.
Also doesn't taste nearly as good.
No. It's even worse than magic.
How dare you?
You can do stick fires like good old days.
I don't know what. Yeah, I mean, I that's how I usually cook. Um, yeah. So Onward?
Yep, so as the night goes on, we come to the last check before you guys make camp for the night, and that will go to Old Man Simmons.
Another 6?
D12.
No, I rolled a 6.
Oh, a 6, okay. So just another bump in the road. Nothing too crazy happens as you guys find a spot to set up camp and get ready for the night. You'll notice that unfortunately you got ants. There's ants in your picnic table or your picnic cloth as you're setting up for dinner.
Oh no.
Got bug repellent. Does that work on ants?
They are
Just mosquitoes.
bugs.
Hold on, I
yeah.
think I have an idea. And I take one of the butane tanks, and I want to make a mini torch out of it and just start lighting them all on fire. Never said I was a hero, okay?
All right then.
Okay.
So as you guys set up camp for the night, you get some rations. You'll notice all of the rations that you picked up from Timmy Smalls are all what you think is supposed to be pizza. It does come with like a little disc of dough and some very questionable looking red sauce, and then some graying, not so appealing looking meat discs of some sort, and plastic cheese.
I'm sorry, you say plastic cheese?
Yeah, well, it's a Lunchable, dog, and you're basically eating plastic cheese.
Fair enough.
Delicious.
I mean, it gets the job done.
All right, let's see. And then, so before we end for the night, before we set off for day 2, which will, pick up the rest of the adventure on our next session, as you guys make camp and you're settling in for the night, each PC gets a chance for story time. So you get to tell a little brief story about yourself, or just a story about the world and your travels. And I will roll. Hold on. We'll start story time with Mermit.
Once upon a time, I was out in the world, going through trying to find my brother's killer. I came across a bunch of different worms, and I took them out, but they weren't the one I was looking for. Finally, when I got my hands on him, I looked at him and said, I am a destroyer of evil, because there is no greater evil than me.
Okay.
Just love the look on your guys' face after that.
Yeah, that was very heroic. That was a good story.
Are we just going to... Okay, I guess we're going to just gloss over that.
What?
No, I will not elaborate.
Okay.
The worms, huh?
Yeah, a worm killed my brother, so I'm coming after him.
Think a great sorcerer would be a little bit more magical than worms.
Well, you'd be surprised.
Well,
Those worms are
is
pretty
that
devious.
also was that by any chance a worm with a Y?
Honestly, I don't know.
Because there's a
I really thought about that.
difference. There's a
How
difference
big
between a
of a
worm
worm
with
are
a
we talking about here?
Oh, it was big.
In comparison to you, bigger
Every
or smaller?
everything compared to me is bigger. I'm 3 feet tall, man.
there are worms smaller than 3 feet.
I have students smaller than you.
Either way, I
So
will not elaborate.
okay.
Who else wants to tell a campfire story?
I mean, there was that time when I was going through Fleabag Community College for Adventurers, and I was doing my final thesis project with Greg. We were supposed to brave a dungeon and acquire the Crystal Eye of Karathul, which is this nifty little artifact that you can use to seal evil entities. But Greg got me trapped in one of the earlier rooms and took the thing for himself. And now he's the head chair of a major adventuring conglomerate. So yeah, there's that.
Is Greg like your arch rival?
Oh, do you have a
Enemies to lovers kind of
nemesis?
vibe with him?
I wouldn't say arch rival. I mean, he is a rival. He does not deserve arch title just yet.
Yet.
Well, he's working his way up. I mean, I've heard the name, so he's quite the dungeoneer. So I'm
I ha-
sure a couple more promotions, he'll become arch.
Well, what was his name again?
Greg.
Greg. Oh, okay. I Wander shrugs. Oh, I don't know a Greg. I don't think.
Greg the Dungeoneer. He has these great commercials.
I think I've seen
Yeah.
his stuff before. It's actually kind of cool.
He just has a way with words. He's very likable.
Comes off as kind of a douche.
Thank you, Mermit.
I mean, and Wander just shrugs and goes, I've never heard of a famous Greg, so.
You don't visit Fleabag country very often, then?
I've visited a lot of places. I kind of am not great at keeping track.
I would say though his billboards are kind of hard to miss.
Okay. Well, I mean,
I point out
still,
one that's like just like right under or right over us.
Wander just looks up and goes, "Hey, where did that come from?"
Kind of hidden.
But look, I'm not in the dungeoneering game for the profits or the accolades. I'm in it to teach the next generation. Unlike Greg, I didn't take the ladder up behind me.
Oh. What ladder?
Well, the one he used to get me stuck in one of the earlier rooms, there's that ladder.
Okay. That's not very nice. So, out of curiosity, Smalls, why do you want to be a squire?
Simmons.
Simmons, yeah.
Simmons, sorry, why was I thinking
It's all
Smalls?
good. It
Oh,
happens.
that was the store.
Yeah. Well, I used to be just a simple crick man, hanging out with all the crick critters, all my friends, and fishing. But then I met this great man, Sir Ponsel, and he taught me that knights are really cool. And I was like, man, they call me Old Man Simmons. I'm too old to be a squire. And he was like, nobody's too old to be a squire. And he's like, I'll make you my squire. But then he was attacked by these bandits and they stole his really fancy sword. And he was like, I gotta get it back. And then I was like, what if I get it back for him? And then, like, prove that I am a hero on my own right. And so I went on this adventure and I can't find the fancy sword anywhere I go. So I keep looking for this fancy sword, and I was like, you know what would make me able to do it is if I became a squire. And so now I'm gonna become a squire, so I can find the fancy sword.
You know, you don't have to be a squire to go looking for a fancy sword.
But I want to be a squire. It makes me feel special.
Oh, well, I mean, you can be my squire, I guess, if you want. Just you're not actually you don't actually have to like work for me, just with me.
Be the best darn squire you have ever done squired had.
How about we start with best partner squire? Partner squire? What the
I start polishing your armor.
No, it's okay. I got that. You can help take care of Pancake though.
Well, that's just being a good friend. Pancake's done so much for us already.
Yeah. I mean, you don't have to do everything for. You shouldn't have to do everything for the knight just because you're a squire. I mean,
But if I don't do things for you, how do I prove to you that I'm worthy of my knighthood?
You don't have to do things for me. You can do things with me. The reason that I mean, half the reasons that knights take squires is so that, you know, you have somebody to watch your back, you can have someone to help you put on your armor, you can, like, have a buddy to take care of your horses with. If one of you has bad sense of direction, maybe the other one doesn't. Um, Stuff like that. I mean, I kind of became a squire on accident.
Well, how did it happen? Can you tell us?
Um, I don't know. Some like magicy, glowy ball of light told me that I was supposed to find this relic or whatever, and that this knight would show me how to do it, and uh so I trained because I thought I was supposed to, but it's I never exactly wanted to be a knight, but most people don't have like, you know, glowing orbs telling you what to do. So, um I don't the problem is after I actually became a knight and started looking for the lost relic that I was supposed to find, I forgot what it was called. And then I got distracted. And uh occasionally I remember where I'm supposed to go. Sometimes. But not often. And I do miss having somebody else around that could help me figure out where I'm going, but I think the problem is I'm supposed to figure it out for myself at this point, and I don't know how to do that. Knights are, I mean, like you said, Professor, a lot of them are, fancy and have these big positions and all this, like, responsibilities and stuff. And I'm not good at that.
You don't need to be. The major points of being a knight is to be a virtuous person, to go out and do good deeds for the common good. The fanciness and all of that, it just comes with the title and the prestige. You don't need to worry about all that.
Well, I hope so, because I I don't want to make someone mad at me again.
Out of character, it is agreed upon in the entire party that we're going to defend Wander's innocence with our lives, right?
Oh, absolutely.
Die for Wander.
No, that's my job.
Like Mermit might secretly be evil, but he will always protect the cinnamon bun.
I don't know how I made a knight errant that ended up as the cinnamon bun, but here we are.
All right. Well, and with those stories and the campfire starting to die down a little bit, you all decide to turn in for the night, falling asleep under the neighs and weirdly other horse noises coming from far off in the mountain. As Fabio the unicorn looks over and keeps a watchful eye on you as you sleep. And with that, we will go ahead and jump into outros, starting with Old Man Simmons.
Hi, Internet. I'm Nate. I've been Old Man Simmons. If you want to check out more of me, check out Escape the Dungeon podcast, where I play Cypher the robot. Thanks for having me.
We just go in overlay order.
Yeah, we can do overlay order. That's fine.
All right. I guess that makes me next. Hey guys, my name's Alan. You'll see me here this weekend on Saturday for the next episode of King's Gambit, which is a spy thriller using Outgun, which is such a fun system. And actually, Keldry will be joining us for that too. After that, you'll see me here in a couple weeks for Fragments of Tomorrow's Apocalypse, followed by our next episode of supposedly the last episode of Camp Runner's Cross. So keep an eye out for that. And yeah, that's me.
All right, I believe I'm next. I am Shark Point Failure. I have played Professor Lim, or Westwood Root. I should have went with his first name, made it so much easier on my life and everybody else's, but he is a professor. He is used to introducing himself by his last name. It happens. But I'm having fun with this. I'm looking forward to next session. Speaking of next time, the next time you'll be able to catch me would in fact be this Saturday as well with King's Gambit. So instead of working with your chaos, I'm going to be actually fighting against it this Saturday because that's my role in that game. It seems to be my role in most games is to fight against the chaos. I don't know how that happened.
Just a natural born straight man.
Yes, I'm quite aware of that situation. Other than that, after that, the next time you'll be able to catch me will be the very next Saturday. Yes, if I remember correctly, if I remember my schedule right, I don't have anything that upcoming week. Yeah, and then the very next Saturday, the first Saturday in July, with the return of Speakeasy Conspiracy right here on Singularity Roleplay. So look forward to that as well. Like I said before, I kind of float around Singularity Roleplay's forums, Discord channel, so you can find me there. And you can also find me on both Blue Sky and Twitter very easily. I did the branding game fairly well. I'm over at Blue Sky at Checkpoint Failure and on Twitter at Checkpoint622. Very easy to find. I believe that wraps it up for me.
Hello. Okay, so I am Starless Travel on Instagram, where you can find a bunch of art that I have done for previous games. There's going to be some art going up on current games where I do character art and lovely landscape backgrounds and anything in between. And I occasionally post my wonderful woodland wildlife reserve that is my living room that houses my plants and bugs and gecko that lives in my room with me and watches me while I sleep. You can call me Keldy or Keldry. And I played Wander, our self-proclaimed night cinnamon roll. Um, you can find me here tomorrow, actually, where the wonderful Janie Potts will be running a game of Monster of the Week called Winter, and I also get to be Nate's buddy in that, where we play the duo of the divine that was supposed to kill their bestie, but is definitely not going to kill their bestie, and we're going to try to not end the world.
Yeah.
And then after that, you can find me, as they said previously, still here on King's Gambit. Um, this coming Saturday, I think it was Saturday, right?
Yeah.
I'm not lying. Okay, cool. And I will say I will not be playing in these, but I am helping Janie also over on Nerds with Dice uh, this coming Sunday, where she will be running a game there around 3 p.m. And then there is another game right after that that will be. All of these are queer and wonderfully gay players and GMs, and definitely hop over there to close out Pride Month with us nerds. And you won't see me there, but I will be behind the scenes doing stuff.
Awesome, awesome. Well, that just leaves me. I am Fail Prime. I am one of the founders and co-creators of Singularity, bringing forth a new game. Normally, I run Henshin or Power Ranger style games. I decided to try something new, and that's how we ended up here in the Mucklands. We will be back next month with our next part of this adventure as we continue to explore the Mucklands with our wonderful band of new best friends here. Aside from that, you can catch me here on Saturday for King's Gambit, and then I will also be in Breaking Neon as that comes back around. And we have many more things planned. We've got a bunch of awesome stuff ready to go and in the works. So keep an eye out. You can follow us on Twitter at Singularity Roleplay. You can follow me on Twitter if you want to know how much I hate Kevin Sorbo and other things at Fail Prime. I spend a lot of time accusing Kevin Sorbo of what he's known best for, necrophilia. The other thing that you all need to keep in mind is Tim Allen killed Jonathan Taylor Thomas in cold blood if you want to know more, join us on Discord and I will explain it all to you. With that, I am going to end our stream. We're going to throw a raid over to Dreams of Infinity. Unfortunately, we were going to jump over to Girls Run These Worlds, but they have ended. So we are going to join another one of our lovely people from Singularity, Hannah, over on Random Rhapsody. So stick around for that, and I will catch you all later. Thanks, everybody.
Bye.
Toodle.
Bye.
There is no greater evil than I.